Hi, my fifth grade students. Today we're going to be learning about root words and affixes, okay? So for today's learning objective, I'm going to read it first and then I want everyone to read it as a whole class, okay? So today we will be able to learn and identify affixes and the root words. Can I have everyone read it with me? Today we will be able to learn and identify affixes and the root words. Okay, good job. And for today's lesson, you're going to need your ELA notebook, a pencil, a highlighter, and I need you guys to turn on your thinking brains for today, okay? So give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Okay, I see everyone's thumbs up. So what is a root word and an affix? A root word is the base of a word, and an affix is a couple letters that can be combined at the beginning or at the end of the base word. Can I have everyone read it as a whole class? A root word is the base of a word, and an affix is a couple letters that can be combined at the beginning or at the end of the base word. And one member from each group, can you read this to your group members? Okay, I hear that everyone is done. So to begin, the affix can be at the beginning of the word or at the end. Okay, so it could be at the beginning or the end. When we add a prefix or suffix to a word, the root word can change its meanings, which means a prefix is at the beginning of the word. Okay, so those couple letters that can be combined, they could be combined at the beginning of a word. And suffix is at the end of the word. Okay, so make sure you write down what a prefix is and a suffix, okay? And then give me a thumbs up when you're ready to move on, okay? Okay, I see that everyone is done. And to begin, prefixes. We're gonna learn the first 7 prefixes for today, and then tomorrow we're gonna learn another new set and review these, okay? Let's begin. Unequal, un means opposite, anti means against, im means not, pre means before, dis means apart, miss means wrong or bad, D means off or away. So make sure you write down these 7 prefixes, okay? And to move on, the suffixes. So remember, the suffixes go at the end of a word, okay? So make sure you write down these suffixes as well, okay? Full, which means full of, ness, which means state or quality, li means like what, ing means something that's going to take place, able, which means capable of, less means without, means more, okay? So make sure you write all of the prefixes and suffixes, okay? Okay. So let's begin. So for the examples, we need to find the root word and the prefix. So for the first example, it's unhappy. So un would be the prefix, right? Because it's at the beginning. And you could also use the list that we just wrote down to determine where's the prefix, okay? And happy would be the root word, right? Because happy could stand by itself. But when you add un, it changes the meaning, right? Unhappy. Okay, so let's move on. Impossible. Im, which is the prefix, right? Yeah. And then possible would be the root word, okay? And then preheat. Pre is the prefix, and heat would be the root word, right? Okay. And now to find the root word and the suffix. So remember, suffix is at the end of the word, okay? So let's start. Cheerful. Cheer which would be the root word, right? And full, which is the suffix, right? Because cheer could stand by itself, right? And then full is the suffix. Okay. Okay, let's move on to kindness. Kind would be the root word, right? And ness would be the suffix. Okay. And then friendly, friend would be the root word, and ly would be the suffix. And make sure you're drawing the little dash so you know where the root word is and the suffix, okay? Find the root word, prefix, and suffix. So sometimes they could be combined together. So for an example, misunderstanding, miss would be the prefix, right? And understand would be the root, right? And then ing would be the suffix. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this one together. Unlikely. Un would be the prefix, right? Like would be the root word, and ly would be the suffix, okay? Next one, disrespectful. Dis would be the prefix, right? Yeah. And then respect would be the root word. And then full would be the suffix, right? Yeah. So at the beginning is the prefix, and at the end it's the suffix, and then it could sometimes be in the middle for when they're combined. It's always in the middle for the root word. So now it's your turn to try and find the suffixes, the prefixes, or they could even be both on the following words. Okay, so let's do number 1 together. Antibacterial. Anti would be your prefix, right? Yeah. And then bacterial would be your root word. So I want you to take your highlighters and highlight the prefix or the suffix, or if they're both combined, you could highlight them both, okay? Okay, so before you leave, I have a quick exit ticket for you guys, and it's to write a sentence about what you learned today, which could be like prefix means suffix, where do they go, anything. Just write a sentence about what you learned right now, okay? And I will collect them before you leave, okay? So I will see you at after lunch, okay?